Hey guys, welcome to another book haul, and I have to say I'm kind of doing this book haul because I'm going to be having a huge one coming up in a few weeks because I just ordered a ton of books, and so I kind of need to get these shown to you so that it's not going to be an hour-long book haul coming up next. So today I've got a huge stack from Book Outlet like I always do. I have a couple thrifted books, a couple I got from little free libraries, and one that I bought from Amazon. But before we get into the book haul, I wanted to kind of announce a couple changes that are going to be happening in the next month here on this channel. First of all, normally I have been posting videos on Monday. It has been like that for the longest time. I'm going to be bumping that to Tuesday. For people that pay attention, I wanted to share that, and that is just so that I can actually film the video on Monday so it can be ready for Tuesday instead of having to do that kind of thing on the weekend. I think that will work better. We'll give it a try for May, see how it goes. And also, what the Tuesday videos are going to be are reading wrap-ups. At least for the month of May, I'm going to be sharing weekly reading wrap-ups instead of a huge one at the end of the month. And this is kind of for two different reasons. One, because I'm reading tons of short stories, so that video would be like an hour long by the end of the month. And two, I struggle with filming monthly reading wrap-ups because by the time it's time to film it, it's been over a month since I read like the first few books, and I don't know, sometimes I like to, or I guess it can be hard to remember what I read in a book. That makes it sound like, is it even worth reading if you forget within a month? But I feel like there's always things that I miss that I wanted to say because it's been a while since I read that book, or some of the books. So we're gonna try weekly reading wrap-ups for this month on Tuesdays, see how it goes. But today we are doing a book haul. So let's just start with the first one. This is the one I bought from Amazon. This is The Souls of Lost Lake by Jamie Jo Wright. I've already read it. I already talked about it in my reading wrap-up. I pre-ordered this book and it came late. I think it was released on the 5th of April and I got it the next week, which isn't bad. Sometimes my pre-orders can be over a month late. So this is the story. It is a dual timeline about a woman in the past who comes out of the woods carrying an axe that is bloody, and her family is, well, they presume dead, but they're missing. And then present day we are with a character who works at a summer camp and there is a child missing. And I always like to see Jamie Jo Wright weave her two timelines together. I thoroughly enjoyed this book, though I know a lot of people that have not, but this is gonna go down as one of my favorites of the year. Next up are the two that I pulled out from little free libraries, and the one I'd never heard of before. The one is by an author that's like a little free library author to me. So this first one is Poison Study by Maria Snyder, maybe? I'd never heard of this one, but I looked it up on Goodreads and now I don't remember anything, but it had a pretty high average rating. So it says, choose a quick death or slow poison. About to be executed for murder, Yelena is offered an extraordinary reprieve. As a food taster, she'll eat the best meals, have rooms in the palace, and risk assassination by anyone trying to kill the commander of a place I can't pronounce. Hey, I don't think I actually read the back of the book when I pulled this out of the little free library. I just looked it up. That's interesting. I've never read a book that is by like a food taster person, whatever those people were called. So that sounds interesting. And for whatever reason, I am really craving some historical fiction this month. I've read a little bit in the last few weeks and I'm craving more, so I'm assuming this one's set in the past. I don't really know anything. Give that one a try. And then the other one is a Ruth Ware book. This is The Woman in Cabin 10. I have read a couple Ruth Ware, have a couple on my shelves. They're like mediocre 3-star reads, but every now and then I'm kind of like craving her kind of book. I don't even know what this is. Travel writer Lo Blacklock's latest assignment is tantalizing. Write a story about the maiden voyage of the luxury cruise ship Aurora. So she sees a woman's body disappearing beneath the waves. But the passengers and crew remain accounted for, and nobody admits to having seen this woman on board. But who was the woman in cabin 10? Okay, interesting. Yeah, so it's like if I see one of her books that I haven't read in a little free library, I'm willing to pick it up. I wouldn't pay money, or at least not full price, for her books. Okay, then there's some really strange ones here. I thought I would show you these 3 books that I thrifted. One of them is a tiny book called Saskatchewan Book of Everything. Honestly, yes, this was a complimentary book from the local newspaper at some point. and I paid money for it at the thrift store. And the reason is my daughter loves reading these kinds of things. Our town comes out with like a town guide each year, and she reads that thing cover to cover. Like, who does that? But I thought maybe she could learn some things about our province, and then she can let me know the highlights, because she's a nerd and likes doing that. And maybe there will be something interesting about this province that I'm unaware of. My expectations are low, but I could be surprised. Okay, and then the next one, this is college physics. So the only reason I got this was for paper crafting. I like using papers in like cards and my art journal and stuff, and I really liked some of the like physics numbers. The paper looked kind of cool, and there's a few random pictures throughout. There's some graphs, and then just a few different like illustrations, very vintage. I thought this paper would be kind of cool in some crafts. That's totally what that's for. And then I got the Screw Tape Letters. This is an annotated edition, so I have read the Screw Tape Letters I think twice. Really enjoy it, but this one is annotated, so I don't know who it's annotated by. Paul McCusker? Like the guy that... Who is that? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. So he was working on a dramatized version of the Screw Tape Letters for the Focus on the Family's radio theater. So I was thinking that name sounded familiar in regards to what's that kid's Adventures in Odyssey. It has something to do with that guy. Anyway, he's the one that annotated it. I feel like I'm sounding so smart in this video so far. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the book outlet books. And once again, this is a very weird assortment. Oh no, this is from Amazon. Okay, this one's not from Book Outlet. I got some postcards. This is because I think it was in my, I don't know when I said it. Was it my last book haul? Yes, in my last book haul I shared that I got a postcard from Amy, and I wanted to send some out. So I got this pack. This is called This Is My Bookstore. There's 100 postcards. Can't talk today. 100 postcards of beautiful shops around the world. And I gotta be honest, there is a variety in here, and some of them are beautiful and some of them are not. Like, let's see if I can find a like not so beautiful. Well, first of all, this isn't a bookstore. That's just a sign. I mean, maybe it has to do with a bookstore. This is kind of cool. I like the lighting in this one. And like, yeah, there's some really cool ones, but like this one, I feel like, isn't the shot mostly just of the vehicles? That kind of is weird. And then there was some that just looked like a couple books on a shelf. Like I could have taken this in my house. But there's 100 of them. So, okay, like this does that count as a bookstore? You can't really, I don't know. There are some really cool ones, but there also are some that are kind of like, so I probably will recycle a few of these and definitely send some. But it kind of felt like, I probably could have made a better pack of postcards myself. I might just make it my mission to go take pictures at a bunch of bookstores so that I can have my own postcards to send out. Okay, now I think this is all Book Outlet. So the first one is one I'm already reading. This is Codename Lise, the true story of the woman who became World War II's most highly decorated spy. So I'm not very far. I've been reading this for like a month. I first got it out from the library, and I'm on chapter 3, which is 30 pages in. It's interesting. For a non-fiction book, I'm finding it interesting. I'll talk more about it in my reading wrap-up, I think, on Tuesday. But it's a good start. Then I got more postcards. I got the Strange Planet postcards from Book Outlet. I haven't paid attention to the Strange Planet stuff for a long time, but they're really funny. I'm not sure who I can send some of these to, because I feel like you have to understand Strange Planet. Wow, some days that feels accurate. I feel like you need to know Strange Planet, the comic, to understand some of these. But now I have a bunch more postcards to send people. Now back to the books. Okay, I got Aggie Morton Mystery Queen, The Body Under the Piano. This is book 1. I am so excited to finally own the first book in the series. And I always say that one of the things I like about the series is you got your whole cast of characters slash suspects lined up here in the cutest little portraits. So this is like if Agatha Christie was a, how old is she, like 11-year-old or something, and stumbling across mysteries, dead bodies all over the place. This is her story. I've really enjoyed the series so far, so I can't wait to collect more of the books. Then I am a bit of a fan of Emily Dickinson's poems. I had no idea though that she wrote so many. This is the complete poems of Emily Dickinson. I think I will be reading for quite some time. I like poems about nature that are short lines and not very many lines, and Emily Dickinson just like hits a nail on the head often. So this is going to be a volume I work through for many a year, I think. I'm excited about it. Okay, and then I got some very interesting books this time. I got 2 books by Carrie Smith. I got the This Is Not a Book and The Pocket Scavenger. So these are like interactive books. This is a blank space. Think of nothing. How many examples of nothing can you think of? Draw nothing here. This is a transformation. Come up with a way to permanently alter this page and change it into something completely different. This is a guest registry for friends or visitors. Your comments are most welcome. This is an escape capsule. The size of the capsule is quite limited, the size of a small closet. 1. Make a list of things you would put in your capsule. 2. Decorate this page with photos, writing, and imagery that you really enjoy to accompany you in the capsule. So that one sounded like a lot of fun. So I wanted to grab that. And then there's also the Pocket Scavenger, which honestly is the same size as This Is Not a Book. I thought this was going to be more like pocketbook sized. And I think this is similar. I don't know how this one works because it's got, I'm thoroughly confused. Okay, so it says 14, some wire, location found, time, date, story. And here it says add a series of triangles, add scratches. I'm gonna have to figure out how this book works. Okay, let's read the instructions. 1, take this book with you everywhere you go. 2, find, collect things on each page. Affix them to somehow to the left-hand side of the page. Fill in the notes about where you found the item. And under the story, you can describe the circumstances surrounding the scavenge. You may also choose to write an imaginary story about the item. For each collected item, turn the book upside down and randomly flip to a page. Alter it as directed. How you interpret each alteration is up to you. Okay, interesting. This is quite a bit different. I actually didn't really understand, so I have to go find an elastic band, which honestly I just found one lying in my hallway this morning because the kids have been playing with him. Yeah, so I just thought those would be fun. Then I got a peculiar combination. You guys, I am like so nailing how to say that word. I've gotten it right multiple times lately. This is a World War II mystery kind of story. Not really mystery. I started this, I read the first chapter from the library, and our main character is breaking into houses with her uncle during World War II because they don't have enough money. And they get caught in the first chapter. And I know that there is a offer given to her, I think, to work for some kind of British law enforcement or something and help with the British war effort, I think. So I'm really excited about this. I feel like this kind of gave me Maisie Dobbs vibes, and since I loved that book so much, I'm really curious to try this one out. Then I got 2 Wild and Free books. I don't even know if I knew that they had like normal printed books. So this is Book Club, 28 activities to make book clubs come alive. So these are, it's like a homeschool group is what Wild and Free is. And I haven't looked through it, but the girl on the cover is Kristen Rogers' daughter. Kristen Rogers has contributed a lot to this, and she is like the person that really sparked my interest in homeschooling. So that is one of the reasons that I wanted to do it. Okay, so wait. There, I just saw Anna Green Gables. There's a page about Anna Green Gables, and reading it, and then there's some information on gathering together, food ideas, discussion questions. Oh, this sounds fun. And then activities, recite a favorite poem, walk the ridgepole, name your geranium, party favors. Oh, so how many different books are there? 28 activities. I'm assuming 28 books. So the books are Tom Sawyer, Anna Green Gables, Around the World in 80 Days, Black Beauty, Charlotte's Web, The Crossover, Esperanza Rising, The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate, Mother-Daughter Book Club. That's not a story. That's just something in between, apparently. Farmer Boy, Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler, The Green Ember, Heidi, The Hobbit, Island of the Blue Dolphins, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Little House in the Big Woods, A Little Princess, Little Women, Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats and Nim, My Side of the Mountain, Peter Pan, Pippi Longstocking, Robin Hood, Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, The Secret Garden, Swiss Family Robinson, Treasure Island, and The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. I've read most of those books, and that is really cool. I'm really excited to give this a try. My kids are part of a homeschool book club right now, but it's Guernsey literary style where you just bring a book and talk about it, and it's great. But the lady that runs it, I think they are not going to be around next year, so might have to give that a try. And then I got the Nature 24 outdoor adventures for kids to explore, discover, and awaken their curiosity. Oh look, and there's Kristen Rogers on the cover. I sound a little bit like a stalker. Not gonna lie, not really gonna deny it. So this is about wandering close to home, foraging in nature, the lost art of the family walk, some nature journal stuff. That's probably by Kristen Rogers. Wildflower Adventures, that's the picture from the cover. So I thought I'd give those a try. And then the very last one is an interesting one. This is For the Love of Paper. It's 320 tear-off pages for creating, crafting, and sharing. So I thought, yeah, so it's papers for pen paling, and oh, these are pretty. My pen pals are gonna, I feel like I'm gonna up my pen paling game here. So there's an envelope. Oh, multiple envelopes in that style. So this is like different papers. This has, there's stickers to seal the envelopes. I love you. Those are cute. And oh, then there's some cards, or are these postcards? They're a little small for postcards, but I think they are postcards. And more paper. And random phrases, like posters kind of thing, I think. What is this? Be true to who you are. So this is like, oh, that's a tabletop poster. Okay. Mini booklet, how to make it. Coloring pages. More stickers. My book journal. Well, that doesn't have enough pages, but that's cool. Paper garland. So there's just a random thing. For the love of postcards. Cool. For the love of wrapping paper. Ooh. Okay, I have a bit of an obsession with like butterflies. So that's cool. There's so many different things. There's like tags. For the love of wrapping paper again. There's like name tag things, or I guess like, yeah, like name tags for wrapping. Cards. So I feel like this is gonna up my game a bit, assuming I remember to use it. Almost feel like a person needs to take it all apart and organize it though. I don't know how many pages there are, but this is a thick book with a lot of stuff in it. So I feel like I won't be left stranded without a card again. So that was a very different kind of book haul. Don't normally have like a ton of homeschool books and crafting books and stuff here, plus whatever these things are, but I think, and postcards, there was a variety. I'm excited about all of them though. So thanks for being here, guys. Let me know something that you have purchased recently, whether it's a book or like a bookish thing. And then, like I said, I will be back on Tuesday with a week-long kind of reading wrap-up thing. Thanks for being here.